Yoga for healing. I remember in one video I was speaking on making tinctures and things like that, and I couldn't remember the name of the herb that I used with the vodka to make the nature's aspirin. It was willow bark. Willow bark and vodka. It's a good book. I love my herbs. I love my herbs. Like a mad scientist in the garden. But not mad. Water element. We are on. Water has been in a lot of the readings as far as the emotions and that ebb and flow. High and low, these emotions. Wow. I say that and we end up with this. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Air element. Sun and Gemini. That heart chakra. 10 swords down the spine. From the head, the crown chakra on down. This is maybe what someone wanted to do to you. Because as soon as I picked that up, I thought about how all of the chakras need to be in alignment and balance, and how they attack those chakras. They love to go for the head, the crown chakra. You may get headaches, dizzy spells. There's like little signs that will let you know for yourself when certain things are being sent at you. But you shouldn't really be feeling anything at this point. But in case you are, because I have to remember everybody's at different levels, different stages of the game. And those stages actually go like kind of hand in hand with your growth and development, because you won't be able to take the next step until you pass that level. Like elementary, like the school thing. But this is universal school, life. We're here for our lessons, to learn them, to elevate. In this lifetime, if you're aware of what's going down right now, ooh, baby. Talk about some history. Stuck in the past. We had an earlier reading where someone from your past that was stuck in the past, that was just a hater of yours, but wanted to be in your life. We're going to take 6 cards. Let's get them all on the table and go from there. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. This is interesting, though. Somebody that's not moving away, that wants to come back in, but they're a sneaky, sly devil. Wanting to come in with an offer. Claiming, oh, shit. That one from the past. Yes. This is so much clarification. Someone that feels stuck, trapped from your past, that you had a conflict with that was trying to manipulate you. Venus in Aquarius. They use their sway of communication, of manipulation, and to strategize. But they're at a financial loss because they were connected with attachments, addictions, obsessions, wanting control, not in control of themselves, but being puppeteered. This person that does not want to move away, returning to trouble. This is someone that you've done this, dealt with this for a while. But they're stuck in the past. They don't want troubles, but they're stuck there. They're stuck in the past, still dealing with aggression, bullying, conflict. They have not matured. They're stuck physically and emotionally in the past. And these mofos probably think that they can jump timelines. They're oppressed by their addictions and who they are working with. They're not alone, but they're very limited. Someone that wants to come in to you as though they're efficient and practical and hardworking, but only hardworking for the devil and their obsessions. Lying, cheating, stealing, trickery, being sneaky, cunning. A King of Pentacles that's in this devil energy. Someone from your past. Water element. A lot of emotions going on here. And some are on just underwater. They're confused. They're trapped. They want to make forward movement, but they want to do it sneakily. They don't want to follow the actual process. They want to put on a persona, an act, a show. I'm thinking they are admiring your emotional intelligence. They look at you as handicapped, but they want to use you as their guide, their resource to move forward. What about this person that does not want to move away? This energy that's stuck in the past? Putting on a show. See, that ain't working. I just said that. Trying to put on a show. That show's not working. A show of fighting for what they love. Claiming what's yours. They want to come in and love bomb you, only to take what's yours. You saw through that shit. They were caught. You're uncovering the evidence of this devil. Okay, I was asking about the Five of Swords. They need to check themselves. They're always seeking hotel and motel room pleasures. this devil. What else do we need to know about this devil that needs to check themselves? This energy that's from the past. Someone that's blocked from having this love story or giving a fake apology. Somebody that you have no need of, no want of. They can be on their way. They may have even thrown you in the trash, or maybe you threw them in the trash. Either way, this is somebody that's not in their right thinking, wanting to claim what's yours. And it's not about how they love you. This Knight of Pentacles, what is it we need to know? They're toxic. And they're falling apart because of all these lies, this deceit, this dis-ease that they cause. Give me a card on this Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Where did it fly to? What the heck? How do they disappear like that? Oh man, I have my nail box here. Nope, it's not. Oh, here it is. Man, they come invisible on the floor. Already knowing the tea of this toxic energy. That always has this fantasy of sex on their mind. This King of Pentacles is total drama. This King of Pentacles is definitely immature, a shapeshifter. They're going to come in like a Knight of Pentacles, slow and steady, acting like their immaturity is just like a innocence, when it's actually immaturity, and them being sneaky. You already know the tea. You told them to back off. But they're still stuck in the past, thinking that they could take you back there with them. Being total drama, wanting to come in with a fake apology, being attached to the devil. Needing anger management. This King of Pentacles is total drama with attachments that they are not going to soon get rid of because they're refusing to check themselves, and you already know this about them. They're very toxic. What else tea do we need to sip on? What other tea is it that we may need to know? They're destroyed by this unsure pregnancy that keeps coming out. And them wanting to run away. But you can't run from yourself. What about this pregnancy test? Is game over? And getting a room at the bottom of the deck again. Is game over on... This may be another one of those attempts. They still are trying and thinking of making that cord attachment to you. But they'd have to get close to you to have any attachments. What else is it that we need to know? Besides, this is a karmic tie because they are karmic. They are not good for you. What do we need to know about this Knight? Because they're not a king. They're not an emperor. They're just someone stuck in the past that does not want to say goodbye after you said game over. Now they're dealing with the legal system in the spiritual realm, which will develop in the 3D, because they don't want to say goodbye. They're stuck in their head on manipulating and wanting to have things their way, and they're stuck there in that void, left having to cope because they're not getting their way, and nothing of their manipulation, spell work, is going to fix this. Not for this devil. What do we need to know about this devil energy that's so stuck? They're not happy and they're not healing. Living in the moment. The twin flame, bad credit, and bad news. This is somebody that took living in the moment for granted. They didn't take it as being grateful and observing the moments, being aware. But this twin flame has created more karma, bad credit. And they're hearing some bad news because you have turned your back on the pain of a cheater, someone deceptive, that plays mind games and love bombs. You're fed up, and there's no strings attached. And we'll leave it there, because in the past, maybe you used to get a room with this person, but there are no strings attached, and you're done with this. You know they're toxic. And they're not getting away with anything. But they have ruined any connection, because that glass can't be put back together. Peace.